welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today in the arena we're going to... That's just a preview of what's to come. So, it's me, it's CGB, and we have to do the color challenge mono red. Now, between the 13 land mono red deck, I'm pretty sure I made another mono red deck, and I made at least 5 episodes of free to play mono red deck. I'm a little mono redded out. We know it's not my favorite deck, but we still have to do the color challenge. So hopefully this will be the last time we play mono red this season. I'm not going to talk too much about the deck. This particular version tried not running Firebrand and running 4 Frenzy instead, and it got to 7 wins, as not too surprising. But what we're going to do to spice it up for a change is I'm going to try speed running this thing. I'm not going to explain my decisions as much. I'm not going to talk through or even think through my decisions. I'm simply going to try to play as quickly as humanly possible in hopes of, well, 1, getting it over with, and 2, giving you some quality entertainment. Red is often picked on for being a brainless deck. I don't find that to be the case, but at the same time, I also don't find it original. So it's something in the middle for me. I do find it a very difficult deck for me to play. One thing that people often forget in this world, little life coach CGB here, people are different. Just because you find something easy, like playing a mono red burn deck, doesn't mean that other people find it easy. I do not find the decisions in mono red particularly easy, mostly because these things can hit any target. That it's often, face this creature, that creature, or hold it and wait and see what the opponent will do. Between those 3 decisions are very different games that could play out. However, the question is, how often does it matter? And I think that this is going to be a fun experiment where basically I'm going to throw spells as fast as I can, and we'll see if that affects the win percentage with the deck. We'll also try to see just how fast one can complete a 7-win constructed event, if we can in fact get to 7 wins. So, as I like to say on Twitch, hold on to your butts. Here we go. Keep. This hand does things. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. On your mark, get set, go. Swamp from the opponent, Gutterbones. Oh boy, it'll be a race, and they have the first creature. Land. Pyromancy. Take your first damage. The clock begins. Kite Sail, Freebooter. Oh no. Well, the opponent gets to take a thing. It has to be a non-creature, so it will be one of these. Whatever they take, that Freebooter is going down for real. The real question is, does Gutterbones attack? No. Gutterbones do not attack, alright? So, how to play. Shock this. Skewer that. Oh wait, that doesn't work that way. I'm an idiot. Well, the opponent won't block anyway, so this is going to work. Animal! Absolute mad lad! Okay. I guess they knew how that was going to work out. Mono black. So a few builds of mono black that are just so thick on creatures that they're actually a pretty tough cover for the red deck, but away we go. Hiya. Opponent with the block. Zap your face. That makes that a 2/2, so it eats your face. This is a skewer, so it zaps your face. Rawr! Just flexing over here. More bodies. Lots of bodies. That one causes damage when the creature dies, so we'll definitely throw the Lava Runner at you. Alright, our opponent's way ahead on cards, so this is getting a little bit dicey, but let's not slow down the assault. We're within one more top deck lightning effect of victory. Kitesail Freebooter would be much nastier now. Ooh, Plague Mare. And Graveyard Marshal. Okay, the clock is going to be quick. Let's see what we draw. It's a shock. This is going to be very close. We're a few dead draws from pain. This is 7 points of damage, so this is turn 1. Next turn is turn 2. Yeah, we got a hit off the top. There's no question about it. We can hold the shock, right? Yeah, we don't have to use the shock right here, I don't think. The opponent didn't hold something back to play around Gitu Lava Runner, so that's good. Well, so that's 8 damage. Light up the stage. Ooh. So this is difficult because Shock can get us another turn, and I said I was going to play quickly. Oh, this is hard. All right, go for the win. But Shock could get us another draw off the top, but this gets us another couple. And, so close. So that is definitely a game where I think a bit more thinking, and I could have taken it. A bit more thinking, and we could have got there. That's okay. Land spells, go. Lava Runner to start, Mountain from the opponent. They have Shock in their hand. Let's see if we can get them to shock the Lava Runner. They don't shock the Lava Runner, so let's play a Pyromancer instead of the Runaway Steamkin, which can still run away. Okay, blue-red. Some kind of a Drakey thing. Probably not a great matchup. But it does depend on how many like cantrips they draw, how many Chart of Course, how many Discovery Dispersal, whether or not they spend their turns doing that, or casting Drakes that I can't beat. Arclight Phoenix to the graveyard. Exactly what they want / need. Let's send out the Steamkin now. Let's pump it with the Lava Runner. Let's slam for 1. Not a lot of power in this hand. We need a Frenzy off the top, and we need it rather badly. There's the Lava Coil. Our opponent did find at least 2 removal spells. They usually run about 8 or 9. Alright, we got spells here. Let's strike the face, then light the stage so that these do extra damage this turn, because we need that damage. Alright, land, play the mountain. Hit him hard. Opponent holding Shock to the last possible second. They drew 3 removal spells. That's very good for them. Ooh, shock yourself. Gutsy. This must be either a way to get back the Drake, yeah, a Crackling Drake, or a way to get Arclight Phoenix back. Alright, let's wait till my turn to make this decision, and it's a Steamkin. I'm glad we did. So we'll play this, we'll shoot this, and we'll shoot that. And we'll get in there for 2. That is a kind of a 3 for 1, which is very bad, but I think keeping the Drake completely off the battlefield is worth it. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's find out. Goblin Electromancer takes the field. You have another removal spell? You've had plenty so far. Alright, Discovery might help you find one. Another Phoenix in the graveyard. Okay, if the opponent can run out 2 more spells, they get back a lot of birds. Yep, that's a good turn. Here's the birds. That is a good draw. And mountain off the top. And mountain. Boo. So I don't like attacking into these one little bit. So we will sit back over here and buy some time. There's another Crackles. The opponent can probably kill me within a turn, so the Frenzy has one turn here to do its thing. The arc lights get busy. I don't like that very much. I'd probably attack with one, because then next turn a double attack should be lethal. Alright, land off the top. Lightning Strike. Let's make some mana. Uh-oh. Okay. Let's do it. One card left. No! Not a mountain. Are we really going to end 2 games in a row on 1 life? Is that really what's going to happen? Yeah, the opponent has lethal right here. If you can attack now. Uh-huh. They drew all 4 arc lights? Or is that 3? I guess that's 3. Yeah, you wouldn't want to attack with that Electromancer. Okay, maybe you would. No blocks. You got it. So 2 games in a row, we lose at 1 life, playing wild, loose, and reckless. Where would we get that life point otherwise? I bet I could have done it. I'm going to mulligan because I have 4 land. It's not good enough. I'm going to keep this hand because we have light up the stage, get to Lava Runner, but I'm going to bottom this Frenzy and send out the Lava Runner. Alright, second mountain. I don't think I'm lighting the stage. I think I'm Steamy Boy. Moving too fast for the game. Breaking it. Breaking the game. Druid of the Cowl. Getting busy. Yeah, no blocks. It's fine. Alright. Mountain. Runaway Steamy Boy. Get in there. Take the damage. Nice. Alright, Spectacle. Mountain Chain Whirler. That's not bad. Now, the real question, is there a Gigantosaurus? Another elf. Arrgh. Nothing else. Okay. Mountain. Gabo Gabo. So, they're holding something. Do you think it's a Titanic growth? Pause for reflection. It is a Titanic growth. Well, we could let the opponent have that. We could also strike that in response with the Seamkin, but I'm playing fast and loose and don't care what I do's. So, whatever. I just won't attack this turn. I'll attack next turn. But what do they need all that mana for, I wonder, that they're using Titanic growth to protect the Llanowar Elf? Gigantosaurus! I knew it. I knew it was happening. I knew it was happening. Oh no! So much beef! Okay, fun. Let's play you. Let's zap your face. Let's throw everything against the wall. And we die. At least we go out like a G, as they say. Alright, come on, opponent. I'm only waiting here for you to smash me. I'm only waiting for you to smash me. I mean, go ahead, flex on me with your Vigilant Baloth. I mean, it's over. Attack with 2 creatures. What the hell? Alright. Okay. Opponent is scared. Now they attack with everything. Alright. Whatever. Let's show you what's up. It's fine. Alright, Fast and Loose results in 0 wins and 3 losses. Interesting. Very interesting, everybody. The only difference between a 7-win deck and an 0-3 deck is thinking. Well, since that would be a very short video, let's try another one with a couple of games where we slow it down just a bit, think about our decisions, and try to get the most out of our cards. This hand has a removal spell early, a 3-pointer, and yeah, everything's castable but the Chain Whirler. We can keep this hand. Mount and go. Now the whole hand is turned on. Our opponent looks like they're on Esper control. We could throw off the shock, but I don't really want to when we could play it later and buff our Steamkin. And let's see if Steamkin dies quickly or not. A Thought Erasure? What would you take? I guess it depends on the hand. If they take a creature, I don't think they have a Wrath. If they take a burn spell, they probably have a Wrath and we need to play cautious. If they take the Chain Whirler, I think it's going to be like a Pyromancer Skewer the Critic's turn, just trying to do as much damage as quickly as possible. If they take the Skewer the Critics, we have to be careful though. This is where I think it's Goblin Chain Whirler, and then we have to flex on, we have to really lean on those threats to get a lot of damage in. Because I think my opponent might have some Wrath thing. Also, this plays around Cry of the Carnarium, and it uses our mana. So, lots of good things going on. This is where the opponent could be holding up Absorb. Alright, Cast Down implies maybe not a... Maybe it's not a Wrath. So let's go hit him up Chain Whirler. And let's move here. And we'll play second Chain Whirler. The amount of burn in hand sits at 9. The opponent's at 13. We just have to get these hits in. Opponent says go. This is where you have to watch out for Absorb. But I'll make the opponent respond to this attack. And is Vraska's Contempt, gaining 2 life, but still netting 1 life lower after being hit by the Chain Whirler. I will play out 1 Pyromancer and not overexpose myself to any kind of a Wrath effect. I'll also fire away the Skewer the Critics, because right now the opponent can't absorb these things. And a Shock. So let's get it all out there. The opponent knows about the Pyromancer, so if they tap out for Wrath here, we can follow up with the Pyromancer, and we can also win with a Lightning Bolt effect off the top. Yep, they said go. Gotta keep Absorb in mind a lot this turn. It might be better to cast nothing than something. Another Contempt, okay. That again takes down the Absorb shields. Let's play the Light Up the Stage. Mountain Lava Runner. And the opponent knows about the Pyromancer. This is one of those things where if I play out my hand, the Wrath could hit me. They did miss a land drop, so these are live cards. We definitely play the Mountain. I will play out the Lava Runner, but I'm going to hold this follow-up. Teferi. It's Teferi.
Let's slow this. Hurry.
Allows the opponent to keep up an absorb as well. Lucky that they drew the check land, not a shock land there. Or they'd just be dead. Okay, well, we'll try this. The opponent knows about the Pyro, but it's not lethal if they have the absorb. And there it is. Ouch. All right, let's go to the face. Let's drop the opponent down to 2. 1 card away. Where was the misplay this game? I'm not sure. It is important to play this out eventually. We're just calling the Wrath now. Do you have it? Maybe playing around Wrath was the mistake, especially since our opponent took the Skewer earlier, but that's kind of a signal that they had it, but it didn't have to be. Insight, okay, that is not a Wrath. Thought Erasure, that's a reason to eventually play that thing out. Once the opponent starts getting deeper in their deck, they eventually would Thought Erasure the Viashino, and we got there. Alright, hand's good. One, two, 3/3/3 something. Footlight Fiend. Pretty good card against us. Can be a pain in the butt. Fireblade Artist. The team is here. Let's see. I could trade away my Lava Runner for this Footlight Fiend. I don't want the Footlight Fiend to pick on the Steamkin. So, I guess that's the play. So this is already a tough spot. It's like, can I outcard this deck that's aggressive on the play and has other low power threats? I can if I draw Experimental Frenzy. But is that in the cards? Ooh, yuck. Double yuck. But at least we get to untap with Steamkin, and we have Skewer. We're drawing too many land. I mean, this is way too many land, but that priest has got to go. And now we pass with no attacks. Footlight Fiend could die and do an extra damage to the Steamkin. Fireblade Artist could sack the Footlight Fiend here, but that doesn't achieve much. The Footlight Fiend should definitely attack. And here's Judith. Oh, their hand is good. My hand is bad. Alright, this is going to be pretty crucial. Let's do a Chain Whirly Boy. Now, the best thing I could light up the stage into right here, another Chain Whirly Boy. Alright, down to 1 here. I have to be careful about what I kill, though. If I kill something, I don't get to take my Runaway Steamkin with me. So I'm going to save this light up the stage. If I remove these counters, the Steamkin will die. So let's end the turn. Well, now what, Judith and Fireblade Artist? Xmati Reveler. We'll cycle the last card in hand. It's an Angrath. Interesting. And draw a playable off the top. Exactly the way you want to do it. So I will make mana with the Steamkin and play other Steamkin. And light the stage. We're really digging for Experimental Frenzy. Not many other things will help us much. We hit a shock. I guess we can get rid of Judy now. And that will at least reduce the power of these other cards. We'll see where Judith wants to stick the 1 damage. Interesting. Alright. Well, I'll send you. If the opponent wants to double block it, that's fine. I could also send the Chain Whirler, which the opponent can't effectively double block. But it's such a good blocker in case the opponent draws another Judith the Scourge Diva. So I'm going to send the Runaway Steamkin and offer my opponent the 2-for-1 deal. But if they take it, they have nothing left. So I'm happy to make the offer. And it looks like they are taking it. That really drains their resources. And here's Gutterbones. Also, they have the Gutterbones Fireblade Artist combo. They drew their card advantage engine off the top. That's so good. But it's not the greatest here. Let's send in the crew. The opponent says no to the damage. Let's shoot the Gutterbones so it doesn't give easy spectacle to Theater of Horrors and an extra damage to Runaway Steamkin. And we drop our opponent to 10 life. They draw Light Up the Stage off the Horrors. If they drew a 5th land, they can use Theater and light the stage. Okay. Looks like that's what's going to happen. But they take a big hit here, and they're dead to a lightning bolt off the top. But why would we draw that when we can draw all this land? Alright. Your move. I guess I should have played 13 lands, but the color challenge happened before the 13 land RNG test. Theater, ping you. Now what? Skewer the critics. Okay. Doesn't do it. And that's game. We'll try this hand. The Skewer isn't the greatest removal here, and Frenzy is still a few lands off of being played. But I still think that we can play this. Black-green. Does it has a Wild Growth Walker? Seems like it has a Cast Down or a Moment of Craving. Okay. Well, double Frenzy is not ideal. Let's go with Other Lava. And let's shock this thing before anything nasty happens with it. And jam. Midnight Reaper. Well, that's a good blocker against our 2 Lava Runners. Let's go ahead and Pyro your face. Can we get some lands off the top of the library? It was no problem last game. So another counter strategy against the Reaper is to let your opponent build up a board of creatures and then create and go face with your burn spells. And then when you attack with your creatures, if they trade against those creatures, they just end up like taking so much damage. It's like you get an extra lightning bolt out of it. The other way I could do it is just attack with this Pyromancer. Or just skewer this Reaper. I don't know. I think I'll go with this play. Let's just move this Reaper out of the darn way already. If we draw land off the top, we get Frenzy. If we draw something else off the top, it should be playable. The only unplayable cards in the deck are more Frenzies. So if we draw a 3rd Frenzy, we know this game is rigged. We know how rigged it is. Wow, look at all your nerds. That's crazy. Land. Alright. Let's get him. Kill him. Bash him 2 bits. Get him dead as quickly as we can. Down to 8. And this is where the opponent goes, oh god. Unless, of course, they can go land Vivian Reed, which would be the hot sauce. So, when you have an instant speed burn spell on top of your deck in Experimental Frenzy, put a stop on your upkeep so that you do not go into your draw step and put the card into your hand where you cannot cast it. Let's head straight upstairs, shall we? Our opponent already showed us one Vraska's Contempt. I think they have another, which is why killing one of their creatures doesn't actually make sure we get damage through. Aw, man, unplayable. Alright, I'll pass then. Time is on our side as long as the frenzy is going on. And here's the Vraska's Contempt. Or Cast Down. Get your mind out of the gutter, son. We're about to take care of those with some good old-fashioned whirling of chains. This might be a little harder. Oh yeah, this goes to our hand anyway. Anyway, Runaway Steamkin. We got an opponent at 5, by God. Ugh, not again. Not doing this again. Not bad frenzies. Anything but bad frenzies. Gutsy. Alright, math. The opponent wouldn't do that unless they had another creature. Right now, if we kill a creature, it guarantees 2 damage gets through, but we don't have anything that does 1 except for Goblin Chainwhirler. Exactly. And an 8-point clock is different. Let's see, 8 plus 8 is dead. Whereas 6 plus 6 buys us 1 extra turn. So I'm going to take my block with the Pyromancer. I might regret it if I draw Wizard's Lightning, but I think we're going to do it like this. If we still frenzy out multiple creatures, we can buy enough draw steps to try to finish the game. Another Harpooner. Opponent with a really funky take on the Golgari deck. Alright. Big turn coming. Darn it. Drew exactly Goblin Chainwhirler. Okay. And a Pyro. Oh, this is going to be so close. We're going to get extra mana off our Steamkin. Alright. There's the Wizard's Lightning. That's game. No, it's not. I don't get extra mana off my Steamkin. I'm 1 short. Alright. All we have to do is mark our upkeep and survive another turn, which I think we're set up to do. Game over. Well, we're on the draw, but we have Steamkin, which is our best turn to play. A removal spell that's not much of a removal spell. If we draw a land, we have this Chainwhirler, and we have Double Frenzy, which is kind of like a mulligan. This is a pretty tough hand. I'm going to keep it, though. It would be an okay 6. Like, it would be a very keepable 6. Uh-oh. It's not good in the mirror. It's not a good hand in the mirror. Oh, man. Oh, God. This is going to be a disaster. I pretty much have 1 turn to draw a shock or something to damage my opponent and enable Spectacle for these skewers. Apologies for nose and throat sounds. I've got something going on. Winter season. It seems like I always have a cold of some kind. I guess I should have blocked, because now it's all about Spectacle. I just would have assumed that my opponent would have an instant speed something. Okay, land off the top. Keeping me in the game. I don't think that Chainwhirler's the right play. I think I have to nuke this as soon as possible. And now that we have Light Up the Stage, Skewer, and Chain Whirler, as well as Frenzies, we just want to trade with our opponent's cards and keep our life total as high as reasonable. If the opponent burns me on end step, though, that feels so aggressive. I know it's an aggro deck, but it's really tough to be that aggressive in the mirror where you've got to assume the opponent has cheap removal, too. Let's see what they play. They have their own Chain Whirler. That's really good. Ugh. Alright. So the play for the turn is going to be to Lightning Strike, or to Wizard's Lightning the Chain Whirler. And I don't have to do that on my turn, so I'll say go. We can save Goblin Chain Whirler, because if we draw Mountain, we can go Chain Whirler and Skewer in the same turn. Down to 9. Do we get the triple bolt action here at the end? 1 bolt. 2 bolt. No 3rd bolt. Okay. So here's Goblin Chain Whirler. Activate Frenzy. Or activate Spectacle. And Spectacle away the Lava Runner. And start hoping for the best. The grand comeback where the opponent draws absolutely nothing forever. There we go. That's what we needed. Before I Frenzy, I'm going to play what I have in my hand because it's good enough. Alright, another land. Let's play that. Let's Skewer you. Let's hold up the shock. End the turn. Please whiff. Okay, our opponent has a Chain Whirler of their own. It's frustrating. Do we shock face or do we shock Chain Whirler? Obviously shocking the Chain Whirler doesn't do much, but we could hold it and see what we draw. Because we might draw another Chain Whirler, but that takes away from our Frenzy. So I'm going to go face. Okay, good draw, good draw. I'm not going to play around a Lava Runner, although that would be lethal. Damage is needed. Whiff. Whiff. Did not whiff. Alright. So, another hand, I think that is keepable. And on the play is going to be a lot different, a hand like this. It's similar to the last one, but it's a lot better on the play than on the draw, just because you get to kill something first. Our opponent's name is Kaya Forever, so I expected to see something different. No attack, though. So I'm just not going to play this, and I'm going to use the Chain Whirler to mop up this Firebrand, especially if it's going to sit over there doing nothing. Alright. Opponent is scaredy. But here's Goblin Chain Whirly. Take my 2 for 1, thank you. Alright, Steamy. No death to the Chain Whirler, I'm kind of stunned. The opponent might be planning to block my Chain Whirler. Let's get in there and find out. Okay. I find these plays pretty weird. Alright. So, they're disabling Spectacle, I suppose. But they're throwing away cards to do it. Might mean that there's an Experimental Frenzy. We should definitely get rid of this Steamkin. But we can't do that and play our own Steamkin. So the play here will be my Pyromancer. That will enable Spectacle. And then we'll Skewer this particular critic. And end the turn sitting on a Wizard's Lightning. If the opponent has a Chain Whirler of their own, we can Lightning it. Here we go. Trigger on the stack. Zap. Alright, they have 3 cards, I've got 2. Uh-oh. They have more cards. I have more cards. Do I play the Steamkin first, though? Well, with the Chain Whirler about to come down, it would only die. So no, that's not the plan. And let's play it before combat in case we hit a lava runner. Oh, other frenzy. All right. Well, we'll get that done. Opponent gives a nice to the frenzy. Well, we'll see. Frenzy giveth and frenzy taketh away. Trading a shock for the chain whirler is nice for the opponent. But now I can skewer their creature. And yes, we definitely take out their creatures now because we have this card advantage fountain over here. So trading our spells with their creatures is pretty good for us. Yep, a little 1-for-1 with the opponent. It's perfectly fine. The power creatures keep rolling. But the stage will not be lit this turn. Opponents spending all their bolts to keep our creatures in line. That's pretty fine for us. But there is a Rekindling Phoenix. Alright. Let's see if the opponent's willing to block. Nope. Alright. Well, I'm going to go face then. I think that picking on the Phoenix is a bit too ambitious, and if it's not blocking the Chain Whirler anyway, that's fine. So another Lightning on top. Let's mark the upkeep for a stop. And the opponent scoops it up in the face of Experimental Frenzy. Well, that's all the time we have for today, so we will once again leave it with 4 wins and a loss. I hope that you found today's video interesting. The difference that taking a few minutes to think about your plays can make. I don't find red to be a creative deck, and I do find playing against it repetitive and monotonous. I also don't like the way that you just can't build your deck without thinking about your red matchup in Arena, and there's no place to really escape from it. You have to play it against it no matter what format you play. That bothers me, but I do not descend to saying that red mages are stupid or that the deck is brainless. That we're all better than that, I hope. However, if you think that red is a brainless deck, go ahead and leave comments. But for me, it uses a different part of the brain that isn't as automatic for me as, say, using a blue deck is. Well, thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, or leave a comment. You can also support the channel on Patreon for special perks. Links are in the description. Our sponsors are HauntedFlower.com and FlipsideGaming.com. Haunted Flower sells officially licensed MTG apparel and accessories, and Flipside Gaming sells MTG cards and supplies. You can save 10% on either site with the promo code CGB, and it supports the channel at the same time. See you next time for another day in the arena. For now, it's me, it's CGB, signing out.